Close your eyes. Your eyes can deceive you. Tell me what comes into your mind.
Life. Balance. I see fire.
Someone is killing Jedi. It doesn't make sense.
What happened?
I sensed darkness.
This isn't about good or bad. This is about power and who is allowed to use it.
What is that?
That's a horrible thing to say to IMDb. Oh my God. They're going to meme the shit out of that.
Set during the High Republic, The Acolyte is a mystery thriller about a Jedi and her former Padawan investigating crimes.
Seems like you are in great hands with showrunner Leslie Headland. How much of that fan fiction she wrote as a kid do you think inspired what actually ends up on screen in The Acolyte?
I don't know, but the next thing that I'm gonna do is ask Leslie for the fan fiction that she wrote as a kid. It's so trippy having this kind of partnership on something that can feel really morally, spiritually, emotionally deep, because that's what Star Wars is. It's contending with these large questions about who we are as people and what in us is light, what in us is dark. And so we've, of course, developed like this wildly close bond as we learn more and more about ourselves through working on this show. And she operates from such a place of love and passion. It just kind of oozes out of her pores. She cries when I cry. You know, it's that kind of relationship.
We were in the best hands. The best hands. I mean, that woman loves this world so much, and that love was just, it was contagious.
How much of that Star Wars fan fiction that she used to write do you think ended up in the show?
All of it, for sure. Leslie's the greatest. I love Leslie. Leslie's like the most wonderful director ever. She has like such a creative, unique way of approaching filming, and she's so caring with the actors and with the crew. And we've had such a wonderful experience, and everyone on this has been lovely. And now we've gotten to meet the fans, and they're also incredible. It's just like a really nice group of people.
Leslie is the hugest Star Wars fan ever. She has a Princess Leia tattoo on her hand, which you may see as she comes down the line. So everything that she has experienced with Star Wars from the beginning of time is within her show.
I know that she gave so much in this show, and she's been working on it for years. And she really is passionate about this show. She's passionate about the story, the characters. And as an actor, you feel like you're in safe hands when you're working with someone like that.
I do not know, but I am going to ask her as soon as we are done with this. I would be fascinated to know. I asked her in the very beginning to read some of it, and she is very protective. I know it's out there online, a lot of it. I don't know.
Available? I mean, can we find this?
I'm pretty sure she's going to write it under a ghost, in a ghost name.
I am so sorry to bring up fan fiction again, but you said it, and I've asked your cast about it, and they all have a sneaking suspicion that some of that fan fiction may have inspired The Acolyte, or at least snuck its way into those pages.
Here's what I'll say. I did do a couple of RPG campaigns during COVID with my friends on Zoom, and there are a couple of characters from those campaigns that may or may not be in the show. So there's a little bit of that. The fan fiction that I wrote was many, many years ago, pre-internet. So it's not quite what the kids are doing now. But I will say I was always interested in female protagonists that were leaning toward the dark side of the Force and being interested in that. I think because when I was little and I heard Ben Kenobi say Vader was seduced by the dark side.
Vader was seduced by the dark side of the Force.
there was just something about that like made my adolescent like freak out. Like I was just like, why did he use that word seduce? Like why did that happen? You know. So I think that possibly some of that ended up in the show as well. That's a horrible thing to say to IMDb. Oh my God. They're going to meme the shit out of that. Oh my God. Okay.
You're in good company. I wrote Han and Leia children's stories when I was a kid, you know, so like, yeah.
Han and Leia kids. Yeah. Oh my God. That was just the jam, man.
Yeah.
Why do I always think about what bad guys do?
Do you have a favorite Jedi power or one that you wish you could use in real life?
I mean, the Force. I just want the Force. You know, I want to open a door. I want to summon the Force. I'm working on it.
What was the first thing you would do with the Force?
Gosh, that's a good question.
Get a coffee from a distance away. Or get the TV remote.
I'd love to jump really high. I feel like jumping's pretty handy. Jump to work, jump in bed, jump to the kitchen, jump to the fridge. Great.
Hello there.
Cleaning my house. cleaning the dishes, because my kids, they always seem to forget. Yeah, there you go.
One of the sweet things that Dave says a lot is because I'm, as an activist and an advocate for a lot of things, he says that I really have a lot of the heart and essence of Ahsoka in my real life. And I think if I had something like the Force, I would definitely, I think very much like her, feel a responsibility to do something important and good with it.
Maybe move some people off the planet.
Probably scare people.
Anyone in particular that you want to scare?
You. I want to be able to find Zen wherever I am and be able to meditate to that degree.
Probably want to deconstruct in my mind complex objects. I don't know, see through the inner workings of things.
I just keep thinking about when Darth Vader literally strangles that man.
Seems like you may have somebody in mind too.
It would be cool to be able to do that. I mean, nobody would with you.
It depends on what kind of Force we're talking. If we're talking about the Dark Force, I would probably wake up and make coffee with just the move of my hand and just, have it be straight out of bed.
Yeah.
Take a slurp.
There's a certain bloke that you would be nice to, persuade not to do what he's doing at the moment. Yeah. That'd be nice. Yeah.
Or you can get out of parking tickets, speeding tickets. I wasn't going that fast.
Do that. You could do that.
You want to go home and rethink your life?
I want to go home and rethink my life.
Force for good. Force for good. And I think that was the whole problem when the temple fell. It was used as an aggressive tool rather than a tool for peace, which was the whole philosophy behind it, over the downfall, the sort of collapse of the Jedi sort of principles and innate faith and dogma.
So you put a little bit more good back into this world. Yeah. Who says a villain can't change, right?
Who says he's a villain?